When I got there, it is Mabena who took me out of the vehicle. Mukhane never took me out of the vehicle. Umuthi ubaba lo? Okay. And the gentleman that is now Mr. Rapat, who came out of the vehicle,
Now,
he was carrying an envelope of this size, my lord.
Now, just for clarification purposes, at that place, the Toyota Fortuner that we were transported in, was it the only car that traveled to that locality?
Lenda ukhuluma ngayo iToyota Fortuner iyona kuphela imoto eyahamba yaya lapha. No, the cars that were driven by Jonathan were also there.
So it was the Toyota Fortuner. Was Jonathan driving the GTI VW motor vehicle that you previously referred to?
Yes, he was driving the GTI. I don't know the person that was the driver of the hard body. But it was a well-built person.
Now proceed. What transpired at that place?
Whilst there, Brigadier Geninda arrived in the company of Sergeant Mukhula, as well as the gentleman with the braces whose name I don't know. Kininda then approached me. Rapati was still there looking at whatever that is that he was looking at. Kininda asked me, "Are you still not willing to tell the truth?"
Now, before Brigadier Kininda and Sergeant Mukhula arrived at that place, was anything done to you physically by the police officers who came in the Toyota Fortuner, the hard body, and the GTI motor vehicle?
Ngaphambi kokuthi ke uBrigadier Gininda kanye naye uSergeant Mukhula bafike laphayana amaphoyisa lana wona ayehamba ngeFortuner, iGTI kanye nehardbody ikhona yini into abayenza kuwena?
Yikho phela Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ngiyoshaya. Ngithi ukuthi ngiyoshaya. Ukuthi ngivuma ukuthi kuthiwa ngimangisayina lento engafuni ukuyisayina.
Yes, my lord, I had been taken there to be assaulted. Hence, I then had to sign this document that I was told to sign.
And who assaulted you?
Uyobuthelezi.
Uthelezi.
Lo ngimshothe nomzimba wena bayengibambela khona ukuthi ngingakhona ukumuva ngiyemuva mangimile
The one that I described to be well built because he was holding me on my arms so as for me not to be able to move.
Else?
Uplastic wawukushitshana yena uJonathan naye lo Mabena.
The plastic, it would be changed between Mabena and Jonathan.
Let me pause it here. When you refer to those two names, earlier on you said you wish God should Ababusise way two, that is Jonathan and Mabena. Why would God busisa your tormentors?
Ushilo ngaphambilini ke uma ukhuluma ukuthi ke afisa ukuthi uNkulunkulu angababusisa manje kungani ke ungafisela ukuthi uNkulunkulu abantu ababekuhlukumeza ukuthi ababusise?
Ukuthi Nkosi enkantolo lento abayenza kimi yangiphatha kabuhlungu.
It is because, my Lord, what sorry they did to me, it hurt me very much.
Ngoba ngisho umalume engikhule phansi kwakhe akazangibeka isandla wayengishanje ngomfana ngishayile inkomo ngikhule lapho kugada khona inkomo.
Even my uncle, my Lord, who raised me, he had never beaten me to such an extent. It was only a kind of a beating where I had done something wrong because I grew up in an area where one would be looking after cattle.
My
brother had never assaulted me. When I am wrong, my brother would then show me the way. Hence I'm saying that wherever he is resting and even wherever Jonathan is, that may God bless them.
Now let's take it to that area now in Orlando where you are being, sorry, just for clarification, what were they using to assault you?
okuyiyona lento Nkosi enkantolo besenza uplastiki nalento le yethoshi.
The plastic that I referred to, as well as this object, the torch object, my lord.
And earlier on you testified that when this torch device was used, water was poured on you. Was water also poured on you on the 19th of June at that place in Orlando?
Ushilo ke ukuthi inkathi besebenzisa yona le yanto ke babethela nangamanzi ngazo i19 ke inkathi ke senise Orlando ke manje ngaba nalapho bakuthela ngamanzi.
Eza naye lo Jonathan amanzi.
Jonathan is the one who came with the water.
Now take it from there. You testify that Brigadier Gininda and Sergeant Mokhula arrived. What then transpired?
Shilo ke ukuthi kwasekufika uBrigadier Gininda naye uSergeant Mokhula kwasekwenzekani ke.
Angithi Nkosi enkantolo mangishupiwe mayeza bayangiyeka afika akhulume nami ethi namanje ufuna ukukhuluma iqiniso ngiyakuyeka mina bekubulala.
When I'm being choked, when he approaches, they would then stop and then he would ask me, are you still not willing to talk? And I would just let them kill you.
Ngimtshela kodwa akulungile akenze into ayibonayo.
I would then say, it's okay, do as you please.
What then
Ngoba
transpired?
wayenza into ayibonayo ukuthi angisalisa amaphepha ngenkani.
And he did as it pleases him, or it pleased him, because he forcefully made me to sign documents.
Did you sign documents then at that place?
Wasuwasayinaga amaphepha.
Ngicela ngisalile Nkosi enkantolo ngizama ukuyilamulela. Ayikho into engangayenza. Ngoba lapho umuntu wayengidefendela umhani wayephenduka ngathi umfana omncane. Futhi wayengeke akwazi ukuzongikhulumela lapha engangishaba khona.
I ended up signing just to protect myself. I couldn't do, and then no one was protecting me. Mukhana would just ended up like a small boy, and he couldn't just come and protect me or defend me.
Now, just for clarification purposes, you've already testified that you were not familiar with Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital. Were you familiar with Orlando as a place? Have you been there?
Ushilo ukuthi isibhedlela lesiBaragwana ke indawo ongayazi kodwa iOrlando yona le ndawo ke yena indawo owawujwayele noma owawuyazi.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo angiyazi mina ngabona ibhodi phela malibhala ukuthi Orlando kufika ngibona into la kubhala ukuthi sengithulele.
No, my lord, I wasn't familiar with the place. I only saw the writing on the board that it was Orlando. I just saw that writing and then I would keep quiet.
And prior to the 19th of June 2020, had you previously been to Moroka police station before?
Ngaphambi kwalelo langa lange 19 June 2020 wake waya yini ngaphambilini eMoroka police station?
Cha ngiqala Nkosi enkantolo.
No, it was the first time, my lord.
And before you signed the document that you've just said that you signed now, how long did that assault occur at that place in Orlando?
Ngaphambi kokuthi usayine lela phepha uthi walisayina ke ukushaywa lokhu kwathatha isikhathi esingakanani lapha eOrlando ukuthi bakushaya isikhathi esingakanani?
Nkosi enkantolo laphana angeke ngikwazi ukuqala isikhathi.
I wouldn't be able to estimate the time, my lord.
Umuntu mayenza lento ayenza yaphinde akhiphe iplastic akhulume nawe akhuluma kuma ngafuna umphendula phinde akafuna ukukhuluma ngeke ngikwazi ukumeshina isikhathi Nkosi enkantolo.
Because the person would be doing whatever it is that he's doing, take out the plastic and then speak to you, and if you don't want to talk, and then would then proceed. So I won't be able to tell the time.
Now, Gininda testified in this case to say that it is not true that he was there on the 19th and he never drove a white BMW to that place.
Ubufakazi bakhe ke abuthule lana kuBrigadier Gininda uthe akakazaye kule ndawo futhi akashayele ke BMW emhlophe.
Lokho mina ngiyamphikisa Nkosi enkantolo.
I dispute that, my lord.
Ngoba nguye ozazi imoto zakhe ukuthi zingaka mina ngizazi imoto zakhe.
He's the one who knows the number of cars that he has. I don't know the number of his cars.
Now, the testimony of Mohane, like I told you before, is that he transported you, no, but we've traversed that, let me leave that. Now, according to Lieutenant Colonel Rapadu, he testified that he started taking a statement from you at around 7:30 at Moroka police station, 7:30 in the morning on the 19th of June 2020.
Ngokubufakazi bakhe ke uKolonel Raphandu uthi ke isikhathi ke aqala ngaso ukuthi athathe istatement kuwena ke ngazo i19 ka June 2020 kwaku 7:30 ekseni.
Ngiyaphikisana nalonto Nkosi enkantolo ngoba babungomezelo ngamtshela ngathi akamtshene ukuthi akulona iqiniso lelo mina ngimbone emini angimbonanga kuseni sahlele emotweni akaze ngiphume emotweni.
I dispute that, my lord. I even informed Mr. Mgomezulu to put it to him that what he's saying is not true, that I only saw him during the day and not in the morning. In the morning I was in the vehicle, I never got out of the vehicle.
Furthermore, Colonel Rapadu testified that he completed the statement at 11:47 a.m.
Uthi ke isikhathi aqeda ngaso ke kwakunjengaphambi kokuthi kushayeke u12 emini 11:47. Uthi ke isikhathi nanjengoba athi waqala ngo7:30 wase eqeda ke ngo11:47 isikhathi.
Cha iphutha le nkosi enkantolo.
No, that's a mistake, my lord.
And furthermore, Colonel Rapadu testified that he completed the pro forma in the following way. He was asking you questions and you were giving replies. Do you recall the process?
Ushilo ke nendlela ke enza ngayo uthi wayikubuza ke imibuzo ubese uyaphendula ke wena.
Akulona iqiniso le nkosi enkantolo ngoba umuntu mayephethe ID number yakho yini azongibuza.
That's not true, my lord, because when someone has got your ID number, what is it that that person is going to ask you?
My lord, at this stage, I'm going to ask that the witness be furnished with Exhibit HH, which is the pro forma that was completed by Colonel Rapadu. It's got notes. It's got notes. But as they are looking for that, there are personal details. Let me start at the top. It says confession and admission, and then the date that he completes, it's the 19th of June 2020. The time noted is 6:50. That was 0650 in the morning, and the designation of the officer is Colonel Gininda, to say that he wants a statement to be obtained from Bongani Sandison Tanzi, who wants to make a statement on a First Glorious Police Station, case number 63610 of 2014, a charge of murder. The language spoken is isiZulu, and is currently held at the Pretoria North Police Station. And then the time of 7:30, according to his testimony, it's here. He starts noting the statement down, and the date is the 19th of June 2020. Your name is there as a witness. The witness suspect, Bongani Sandison Tanzi. Your residential address, 3125 Freedom Park, Phase 2, Rustenburg. Telephone number unknown, cell phone number unknown. Work address, you are a contractor, your identification, and then his designation and names are there. That's on page 1.
Masiqala lana ke sibheka ke lana imininingwane ke lena ebhaliwe laphana ke idate ke nge19 kuJune 2020 isikhathi ke imizuzu ngaphambi nje ukuthi kushayeke ihora lesikhombisa u10 to 7:650 uKenneth Gininda amagama akho Bongani Sandison Tanzi ofuna ofisa ukwenza istatement ipolice station Fostorasi babhalwe ke inamba ke iyeqala lelo 63610 2014 iqala utheswayo ukubulala ulimi olukhulunywa umsola isiZulu ipolice station Pretoria North isikhathi esibhaliwe lapha yana qala ngaso ubhala ke u7:30 nge19 June 2020 bhala igama lakho Bongani Sandison Tanzi ikheli lakho 3125 Freedom Park Phase 2 eRustenburg inamba ke yocingo ayibhaliwe nokuthi usebenza kuphi ke futhi ukuthi icontractor neID number ngamagama akho abhaliwe naye ke lapha ezansi uLaphadu.
And he further testified that the person that handed you over to him was Jonathan from EMPD SWAT Division.
Washo ke nokuthi ke umuntu okuyena ke owakuletha kuyena kwakuyena ke uJonathan osebenzela yona ke EMPD.
Now, his testimony before we dwell onto Exhibit HH is that before he completed this form, he warned you of your constitutional rights, and for brevity's sake, those constitutional rights are the ones that I summarized for you before. The right to remain silent, the consequences of not remaining silent, the right to your own attorney or legal aid, assistance or state expense attorney, the right not to incriminate yourself, the right not to make, the right to challenge the legality of your detention or incarceration. Did he advise you before he started completing this?
Ngaphambilini kokuthi ke siqhubekeke naleli phepha leli ke ushilo ke kubufakazi bakhe ukuthi ke wabe esekuxwayisa ke ngamalungelo akho onawo masikhuluma ke ngamalungelo ila bengingachazela wona ke ngaphambilini ilungelo lokuthula ungasho lutho ilungelo nokuthi futhi imiphumela noma umphumela ukuthi ke ukhulume noma ke ungathuli ukuthi ungayini nokuthi futhi ke ungayini ongayisho noma oyikhuluma ingasetshenziswa njengobufakazi ilungelo lokuthi uyitholele ummeli uma kuukuthi awunayo imali okhokhela ummeli wenzeke isicelo umbuso uzokutholela ummeli ingaba lawo malungelo lawo amalungelo yini axwayisa ngawo ngaphambilini kokuthi niqhubeke
cha Nkosi enkantolo neqiniso nje lemhlophe phambi kwakho lobo balona mina ngizange ngikhulume naye.
No, my lord, just being honest, speaking honestly before this court, I never spoke to this gentleman.
Ngaleli phepha lele ngilibona libhalwa ngalo ngoba kuba wayekhuluma nami angizomtshela inamba yami namanje mina ngayibiza ngekhanda phambi kwenkosi enkantolo angakhohliwe amanamba.
If he was with regard to this document, if he had asked me for my number, I would have told him my number because I can still even now remember my number.
Ngoba namanje engisho ukuthi into ayibhalela yena into ayibone kwi-ID number yami nephepha leli abathathe eRustenburg endlela befuna ukubona athi ufuna ukuthi ngempela ngiyasebenza la.
Because what is written here, my lord, it's information that he took from my identity document, as well as the document that they got from Rustenburg when they wanted to confirm as to whether was I working there.
Sorry, am I understanding? Rob Party was also at Rustenburg.
Uma ngizwa kahle uthubaba uRaphathu naye wayeyile Rustenburg.
Cha iphepha lathatha uMabhena endlini Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, the person that took the document from my house was Mabhena.
And gave it to Raphathu. That's your evidence.
Wayinika uKenel Raphathu.
Wanika nje mana kubhala ukuthi contract.
Did you give it to Raphathu? That's what I want to know.
Wamnika uRaphathu.
Yeah, unzothi wamnika Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I would say he gave it to him.
So let's clarify that point. At Orlando, did you see Mabhena giving Colonel Raphathu a particular document?
Orlando wambona yini uMabhena enikezela ngephepha elithize elinikeza uKenel Raphathu.
Wamnika ifayela Nkosi enkantolo.
Gave him a file.
Yonke into yayiphakathi la. Ngoba wadotsa amaphepha nowabeka la.
Everything was inside there because he just took out documents and placed them here.
Ngoba nalapha ehlele emotweni ngiyawabona amaphepha kwi-ID. I-ID wayepresse ngesandla so.
Because as he was seated
So
in
I
the vehicle,
la kuye.
I could see the documents, even the identity document, I could see it because he had pressed it with his hand.
Now, let's go to the pro forma. We've covered, with regard to the rights, up to, let's do 4.2 of the pro forma on page 2. At page 2, the question is, do you wish to contact a legal practitioner of your own choice or apply for a legal aid before you proceed with the statement?
Kunombuzo lana ke uthi uyafisa yini ukuthi ke uxhumane nommeli ummeli ke oqokwa noma ozoqokwa wena noma ke wenzeke isicelo sokuthi utholeke ummeli otholakala enkantolo ngaphambilini kokuthi siqhubeke ngale statement.
Was this question asked of you by Colonel Raphathu?
Ngabe uKenel Raphathu wakubuza yini lo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
The answer recorded in response to that is no.
Impendulo ebhalwe la ithi cha.
Did you respond like that?
Waphendula ngale ndlela?
Hayi ngiqala ukubona la mina.
No, I'm seeing it for the first time here.
Let's go to 4.3. It says, do you have the name of a legal practitioner in brackets attorney of your own choice, of your choice, that I can call now?
Umbuzo landelayo ke uthi unalo yini igama sorry lalo mmeli noma ke lo mmeli oqokwe wena engingaxhumana naye njengamanje?
Was this question posed to you by Colonel Rapadu?
uKenneth Rapadu wakubuza ngani wakubuza yini lo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Now, the answer given there is that I do not have any lawyer and I don't want the use of the attorney, neither the legal aid board. I'm giving freely statement. Did you give this answer?
Impendulo ebhalwe lana ithi ke anginaye ummeli futhi ke angifuni ukuthi ngisebenzise ummeli noma kuummeli ke wombuso noma ke illegal aid. Istatement lesi ngisinika mina ngokwami ngikhululekile.
Ngisasho namanje phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ukuthi akazange angibuze le mbuzo lo mina.
I'm still saying before this court that he never asked me these questions.
And then let's go to paragraph 5. He says, an advice, he says, he then gives the following answers to the question above. The content and the object of every question has been explained to him. Do you understand the advice given to you at 5 of the justice of the peace? You say the answer is, and I'm not saying it's your answer. It says, yes, I'm willing to give a statement without any legal practitioner. Was this question posed to you?
Lana ke wase enikeza ngale impendulo ezilandelayo kule mibuzo engaphezulu futhi ke nokuthi ke umbuzo ngawodwa usho ukuthini lokho wachazelo. Ingabe lesexwayiso lesinoka ingabe lokucetshiswa lokhu ke kulana ke uyakuzwa yini okutshelwa ke iphoyisa leli ke impendulo ke uthi uyayifunda ummeli akasho ukuthi impendulo eyakhishwa kuwena noma ebuya kuwena kodwa uyayifunda. Impendulo ithi yebo ngiyimisele ukunikeza ngestatement ngaphandle kommeli.
Nkosi enkantolo iphutha.
No, my lord, that's a mistake.
And at 6, question 6, it says, do you still continue, do you still wish to continue making a statement?
Bese kuthi ke laphayana ke ku number 6 ithi noma umbuzo uthi usafisa yini ukuqhubeka ukwenza istatement?
And the answer recorded there is yes, I am continuing.
Impendulo ke ebhaliwe lana ithi yebo ngiyaqhubeka.
First of all, was this question posed to you, and is this the answer that you gave?
Okokuqala umbuzo lona wawubuzwa yini futhi ke ingabe impendulo lena owayinikeza?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo angiyazi.
No, my lord, I don't know it.
Let's go to 7. It says, have you been assaulted or threatened by any person in order to influence you to come and make this statement? Was this question posed to you?
Umbuzo landelayo ke uthi washaywa yini noma wasatshiswa noma iwuphi umuntu ngenhloso yokugqugquzela ukuthi uze kumina uzokwenza lesi statement?
No,
this question was never asked, my lord. Because when I was assaulted, he was there.
And then question 7.1, it says, if so, referring to the assault or the threat emanating from the question before, it says, if so, by whom were you assaulted and when, how, and where did it occur? And the notation there is note N/A, which sometimes says not applicable, but I don't know in this case what does it say.
Lo mbuzo ke olandelayo u7.1 usaqhubeka ke ukusuka kulo mbuzo ngaphambili ukuthi uma kuukuthi ushayiwe noma washaywa ushaywa ubani ushayelwa kuphi nendawo kanjani futhi lokho ke kwenzeka kuphi.
Was this posed to you and did you not comment, because it seems like there was no comment here?
Ingabe wawubuzwa yini lo mbuzo mhlawumbe wona ke awaphendula noma awanikeza ngempendulo ngoba kubukeka ngathi ke akunampendulo eyabakhona la?
Akaze ngibuze le mbuzo Nkosi enkantolo.
No, I was never asked these questions, my lord.
And at 7.2, The question is, was this assault reported, and if so, to whom and when? Was this question asked of you by Colonel Rapadu?
Nokuthi ke lokukushaywa lokhu wabika yini noma washo ke khona yini wambikela ke uma kuukuthi kunjalo wabikela bani nini?
Kosenkantolo ngangizombikela kanjani umuntu ekhona ebona phambi kwakhe la?
My Lord, how was I going to report to someone who was there, who could see?
And then question 8, it says, were you in any way influenced or encouraged by any person to make a statement? Was this posed to you?
Olandelayo ke ingaba ikhona yini indlela ekuye kwaba nomuntu noma kwaba nomthelela noma wagqugquzelwa umuntu nje thizeni ukuthi uzokwenza le statement lesi?
Was this asked of you?
Wawubuzwa lo mbuzo lona?
No, Kosenkantolo.
No, my Lord.
At question 9, it says, have any promises been made to you by any person if you should make a statement? Was this question asked of you?
Olandelayo ke umbuzo uthi kunezithembiso yini ezenziwa kuwena noma yimuphi umuntu uma kuukuthi uze uzokwenza le statement lesi?
Was it asked of you?
Wawubuzwa lo mbuzo lo?
Cha, akaze ngidibane nawo Kosenkantolo.
No, I've never came across it, my Lord.
And the recorded answer there is no.
Impendulo ebhaliwe lana ithi cha.
Did you make that reply?
Waphendula ngaleyo ndlela?
Cha, akaze ngibuze nangokubuza nje.
No, I wasn't even asked.
Let's go to question 10. It says, do you expect benefits if you make a statement? Was this question asked of you?
Bese uma sesiyajumpa ke manje siya ku10 ithi ingabe kunenzuzo yini oyilindele uma kuukuthi wenza istatement?
Did Colonel Rapadu ask you this question?
Wakubuza lo mbuzo?
Cha, Kosenkantolo.
No, my Lord.
Then we go to 11. It says, have you at any stage in the past made a statement, whether orally or in writing, to any person concerning the incident? Was this question posed of you?
Bese siyake la ekubuzwa khona ke ukuthi ingabe ngaphambilini wake wasenza yini istatement noma kuukuthi ngokukhuluma noma ke ngokubhala phansi kumuntu noma komunye umuntu ngokumayelana nalesi sigameko lesi? Ngiyabuza ukuthi ukhona umuntu ngaphambilini owake wenza ke nake istatement mayelana nalesi sigameko? Usho kanjalo lo mbuzo?
Akaze ngibuziwe lo mbuzo.
I was never asked this question, my Lord.
And we go to 12. And the question is, were you arrested, and was this question asked of you?
U12 uthi ke yena ke waboshwa yini? Wawubuza lo mbuzo?
Ngaboshwa yini?
Waboshwa yini?
Ayangikhumbule ngibuza mina.
I don't recall him asking, my Lord.
And the notated or the recorded answer there is yes. Did you provide this reply?
Impendulo ebhaliwe ke ithi yebo. Wanikeza ngale mpendulo?
Cha, angikwazi.
No.
And at 13, the question is, do you have any injuries? And if so, how and where they sustained?
Bese kuthi ku13 yabuza ulimele yini? Uma kunjalo kanjani? Nini?
Was this question asked of you?
Wawubuza lo mbuzo?
Cha, Kosenkantolo.
No, my Lord.
The recorded answer there is no. Did you provide that answer?
Impendulo ebhaliwe ke la ithi cha. Ingabe wanikeza ngale mpendulo wena?
Hayi, ngiyaqala Kosenkantolo.
No, my Lord, I'm seeing it for the first time.
Then we quickly go to 15, which the question is, do you still wish to make a statement? Was this question asked of you?
Bese siyajumpa ke siya ku15 uthi usafisa yini ukuqhubeka ukwenza istatement?
Was this posed of you?
Wabuzwa?
Cha, akaze ngibuzwe.
No, I've never been asked.
And the recorded answer there is a yes. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ebhaliwe ke ithi yebo. Ingabe wanikeza yini ngale mpendulo?
Cha, Kosenkantolo.
No, my Lord.
Then we'll jump the redacted part. 16, the question is, are you at this moment under the influence of any liquor or drugs? Was this question posed of you?
Olandelayo ke umbuzo uthi ke ingabe njengamanje ke mhlambe usebenzise utshwala noma idakamizwa yini wawubuzwa yini lo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then let me read the whole of 16.1, observation of the justice of the peace, and it goes to 17. Since it appears that the deponent 17.1 is in his sound, sober senses, 17.2 had not been unduly influenced thereto, understands his rights as prescribed by Section 35 of the Final Constitution, freely and voluntarily wishes to make a statement, he is informed that he may now proceed. On completing the statement, it is read to the deponent. He is also given the opportunity of reading the statement himself and of changing the statement if he seems it necessary. Note down whether he also reads through the statement and the answer given is a yes.
Lana ke ngizoqala khona lana ke ku 16.1 ukuthi ke nanjengoba yena ke ethi ke wayekanye nawe ihlezi nawe ukuthi yena ke yini ayibona noma uma ebhekile ke ubonani bese kubhaliwe ke lana nanjengoba kubukeka ke ukuthi lona ke onikeza ngaso istatement ke use ngathi ke akukho ke okumphazamisile ngoma amagama akekho ngaphansi akasebenzisanga idakamizwa noma ke utshwala nanjengoba futhi ke esho ke futhi ukuthi akubanga nomthelela ongemuhle oholele ekuthini ke azokwenza lokhu futhi namalungelo akhe ke uyawezwa uyawalandela nanjengoba ebhaliwe ke kuona umthetho sisekelo ngaphansi kwakhe usection 35 futhi ke ekwenza lokhu ke ekhululekile kuphuma kuyena ukuthi ke enze istatement lesi useyatshelwa ke ukuthi usengaqhubeka ke manje sesiqediwe ke ubhalwa istatement uyasifundelwa futhi naye ke anikezwe nethuba ke lokuthi ayifundele futhi ke noma ukuthi kukhona la afuna ukuthi afisa ukuthi ashintshe khona akwenzeke lokho uma ebona isidingo sikhona isho ke uma kuukuthi usifundile istatement waseyabhala lapha yana ke yebo.
Did you read through this statement, sir?
Ingabe istatement lesi wasifunda yini wena?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo ngaphatha ngikwazi ukufunda isilungu.
No, my lord, I can't read English.
What is your highest level of education, sir?
Esikoleni wafunda waqedela kuphi noma wafica kuphi?
Aqedanga ngade nga-8 ngafunda.
Standard 8.
Yeah.
I didn't complete my school, my lord. I went up to standard 8.
And at the time because you said were they interpreted to you, these questions up to 18.1?
Lembuzo lena ke ingaba wayihunyushelwa yini?
Cha mina Nkosi enkantolo kwayona into le ngiyibona isikhathi ekuthiwa ngisayine mina ngisayiswa ngentanga. Angiyazi ukuthi ayibhala ukuthini phakathi.
No, my lord, the only time I saw this was when I was being forced to sign it. As to what was contained or written in there, I didn't know.
Did Colonel Rapadu read back the statement to you?
Ingabe uKolonel Rapadu esesibhalileke istatement leso seqedileke wakufundela yini?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo azange ngifundele next.
No, my lord, he did not read anything back to me.
And at the time Rapadu was noting what he called our responses that are coming from you. Did he show you, each time the question was asked, did he show you what he was writing as the responses coming from you?
Nanjengoba ke uKolonel Rapadu wayebhala phansi ke le impendulo athi yena ke impendulo ezazibuza zibuya kuwena, ingabe wayikutshengisa yini ke uma ebhala athi ke naku engikubhalayo ngibhala lento oqeda uyisho?
Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, that's not the case.
Now, sir, sitting here and testifying in court, was this document completed in your presence?
Ngaba le document noma le phepha leli ke uma libhala ligcwaliswa ke kwazi kwayo basegcineni ke kwenziwa lokho ukhona. Uma libhala ukuthi liqede yonke into ebhalela yabhala lento ukhona.
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo umuntu mayehlela lapha ngimazi ukuthi wenzani ngimbuka ngamehlo kuphela.
I don't know, my lord, because when someone is seated there, I don't know what that person is
Noma
doing.
ubhala-
I'm just looking at the person.
noma ubhala wona lento noma ibhalelwe kwakhe angimazi.
Whether he is writing this or is writing his own thing, I don't know.
Now, at the footer of that document, starting on page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, and I think it ends at page 5, there's, at the footer, at the bottom left of the document, there's what appears to be a thumbprint, and next to it, there's what also appears to be a signature.
Uma ubheka ke lana siqala kule page la nala ila nala le yesithathu page yesine sofica ke kule yesihlanu kunesithupha nanjengoba ubona ecaleni kwale eduze kwaleso sithupha leso kuba ngathi kusayindiwe lapha yana kuwo onke lama page la.
Now, whose thumbprint is that on that document?
Isithupha sabani lesi kulama page ke engikhombise wona.
Isithupha lesi sami Nkosi enkantolo ngoba ngangiforce ukuthi ngisayine lento ne-signature iyeya. Angikwenzelanga ngoba ngithanda.
My thumbprint, my lord, because I was being forced to put my thumbprint as well as my signature, but I did not do that out of my own free will.
And the signature also, do you also confirm that, is that your signature?
Ngiyasho futhi ukuthi nesingunala wena osayina.
Yeah, we-signature ngiyavuma Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes,
Angisayinanga ngokuthanda kwami.
Yes, my lord, I do confirm it is my signature, but I did not sign out of my own free will.
Ngoba ukuze ngisayinela ngase ngizama ukuyiphumula Nkosi enkantolo. Ngoba ngase ngikhathele ukushaya.
Because by signing here, my lord, I was just trying to get some rest because I was tired of being assaulted.
Now, this document is completed. You append your signature, and there's a thumbprint also affixed there. What then transpired after that?
Sekuqediwe ke yonke ke lento ke manje usubeke isithupha usayinile kwase kwenzekani ke emva kwalokho.
Ngahamba Nkosi enkantolo ngabuyela emontweni.
I went back to the vehicle, my lord.
iFortune le yayihlele umhani phakathi.
The Fortuner in which Muhane was seated in.
And where were you transported from there?
Ukusuka lapho waya kuphi?
Angibonanga indlela ukuthi ngokuyiwa kuphi.
I did not see the route as we were traveling as to where were we going.
But did you reach a final destination from
Kodwa egcineni
that
khona la
Orlando
enafika
site?
khona.
Lapho yafika yangena khona imoto yama ngoba ngathi mase ngoba imoto isuka lapha sasemkhona inyuka. Babehamba bekhuluma nefoni ngoba esehambile ugcina into amanqadoza akahlalanga. Wathi amanqadoza kwenza into lena nje nathatha amaphepha bahamba. Wahamba naye lo baba lo futhi akangamshiya ukuthi ngigibele nana njengoba ngihamba naye.
Yes, my lord, from there the car traveled, and by that time Gininda was already gone. He had already taken the documents, and he had also left with this gentleman referring to Colonel Rapadu. He did not travel with us as he came with us.
Proceed, sir.
Ngoba sithema sihamba endlela emabhena wa athi phone kwathiwa asize ku police station uMroka sayangena khona masifika khona ngehlisa futhi emoto kwathiwa khona amaphepha engingawasayina ngamajampilele.
Because as we traveled, Mapena received a call. We then told to go back to Moroka, and when we arrived at Moroka, I was then made to get out of the vehicle and told that there are certain documents which I didn't sign. Not because, or not as they said here that they were waiting for keys. There were no keys that they were waiting for. That is a mistake.
Now, there, did you then sign the pages that they said you had skipped, and did you affix your thumbprint on those documents as well?
Masenifika ke khona lapho wawasayina ke lamaphepha la bethiwa ukhohliwe ke wasayina noma awasayinanga wabeka kwanesithupha sakho futhi.
Hayi sayine ngabeka isithupha kuphela.
Not my signature, but only the thumbprint.
Ngoba isignature ayikhona ngokushoda isithupha.
Because the signature was already there. It was only the thumbprint that wasn't there.
After that exercise, what then transpired?
Kwasekwenzekani ke emva kwalokho?
Emveni ngalokho Nkosi enkantolo imoto yaphuma ke khona sahamba ngangabona ukuthi ihamba kuphi ngoba ukusuka kwayo mangaphosisi ngayibona nje mina sijapa angisazi baya police station enye noma singenanga kodwa phakathi lo police station safike nje sama ngaphandle.
We then proceeded, my lord. There's this particular police station that we went to. but we did not go inside there, we just stopped outside.
Wehla kumhani wangena ngaphakathi inkosi enkantolo.
Mukhane alighted and went in.
What then transpired?
Masahleli lapho kwangena ifoni kumabhena ngamuthi kumabhena hello mphathi.
While seated there, Mabena received a call, and then that's when I heard Mabena responding by saying, hello Mphathi, which is hello boss.
Ngoba ngangiweza impendulo zakho mabhena emekhuluma emethi kuthiwa angabhukha lapha engibhukha khona akiwe Rustenburg.
Because I could hear from Mabena's answers, my lord, that I was not supposed to be booked there, I must be booked back into Rustenburg.
Ngeqiniso ke inkosi enkantolo imoto ihambile. Ngangayibona ukuthi ihamba apho ngayibona isiphuma i-toll gate mina le yase Rustenburg ebhala ukuthi bakwena.
Indeed, the car traveled. I didn't see where it was traveling, but I only noticed when it was going through the toll gate, the one written Bakwena.
Ngoba yo le ehamba usayitshena umhulu imoto ngayibona iphuma kwi-toll gate imala phambi kwethu ngoba yiyo ayishaya blue light ngemuva yona escort yami ngoba uJonathan basebehambile.
I saw the vehicle in which Mukhula was traveling in when it just passed the toll gate and just waited for us, in other words parked in front of us, because it was the same car that was escorting us.
Now, just before I disturb you on your chain of testimony, evidence led in this court is that on the trip to Rustenburg, Mohane Mabena traveled with you, and Sergeant Mokhula and Brigadier Gininda traveled separately. You only met in Rustenburg. What is your comment?
Ngofakazi-ke obusebethule phambi kwale nkantolo ukuthi-ke ukuya eRustenburg uMokhane noMabena babehamba nawe. uMukhula noGininda babeyihambela bona nanizohlangana ngaphambili.
Franco senkantolo iphutha lela abambale nalo wesithathu babehamba nalo ama-Crest band abangamshini.
No, my lord, that is a mistake. They should also count the third person who was with them, the one that was wearing the braces.
Masihamba endleleni enkosi enkantolo yiyo la eyiza ngemuva la eyidrayiva ngusayitsheni umholi imoto. Ifortuna ehamba phambi kwayo kwi-toll gate isiphume sonke.
When we were traveling, my lord, that is the very same car that was escorting us, driven by Mukhula, coming behind us. When we exited the toll gate, we were together.
Ingakho ngicela ubaba uNgomezulu ngicela ngicela footage ye-toll gate mayezothi nasiphumanga sonke siphume ngokuhlukana.
Hence, I made a request to Mr. Ngomezulu to request for the footage of the toll gate if they were disputing that we were together there at the toll gate.
Now, for clarification purposes, what car was driven by Sergeant Mokhula on the way to Rustenburg?
Endleleni eya eRustenburg yiphi imoto eyayishayelwa uSergeant Mokhula?
Ngisakhumbuli noma kwakuyiBia noma kwakuyigolf angisakhumbuli kahle kahle ngoba imoto bayishintsha.
I can't recall whether it was a BMW, a Golf, because they changed cars.
Now proceed further. You then proceed to Rustenburg. What then happened? Did you reach your destination?
Na yofika ke eRustenburg.
Yebo sifikile ePhukeng.
Yes, we got to Phukeng.
And where did you go at Phukeng when you arrived for the first time there?
Manifika lapho naya kuphi?
Singene police station inkosi enkantolo yakhona.
We went to the local police station, my lord.
And what was the reason for going to the police station, if you know that?
Kwakuyini injongo yokuya khona lapho police station?
Angazi inkosi enkantolo.
I don't know, my lord.
And just for clarification, you are at Phukeng. It's the Toyota Fortuner and the other car that was driven by Mokhula that you don't know what it was. Did you from Phukeng then go somewhere else?
Senisephukeng ke manje
Phukeng SAPS. Did you go somewhere else? Sorry.
Senisephukeng ke manje kukhona ifortune nale moto ke eyishayelwa uMukhula. Ukusuka lapho khona la enaya khona uma niphuma epolice station yasephukeng khona la enaya khona.
Yebo sala lapho ngihlala khona ephase 2 Freedom Park enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, we went to where I resided in phase 2 Freedom Park.
Now, evidence led in this court is that the reason for going to Phukeng SAPS was for the investigating team on this matter to get an escort to go to your residence. Were you accompanied by police from Phukeng SAPS?
Ufakazi baboke uma bebethula la enkantolo bashilo ukuthi injongo yokuthi baye epolice station yasePhukeng kwakuwukuthi bayothola ke amaphoyisa endawo ayezobaphelekezela ke ukuthi niye la uhlala khona wena mbuzo uthi ke ngabe naphelezelwa yini amaphoyisa endawo asephukeni.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
That's true, my lord.
Then take it further now. When you are at your place of residence in phase 2, what transpired there?
Kwase kwenzekani ke manje senifikileke ephase 2 la uhlala khona kwenzekani?
Masifike elokishini Nkosi enkantolo lapho engihlala khona ephase 2 eFreedom Park.
When we got into the township, my lord, where I was staying in phase 2 Freedom Park,
Sangena ngestrata leso engihlala kuso iphevile kuhamba amatekisi velindlela amatekisi.
we then got into the township through the street in which, the very same street in which I am staying in, where the taxis are operating or are traveling.
Makufanele ngabe sifika ngalapha engihlala ngakhona imoto yamisiwe.
When we were about to reach my place of residence, then the car was stopped.
Behla ke emotweni Mama umkhula no Kinenda no Mabhena no Mhane no baba lwangangamazo amaCresband.
They then alighted from the vehicles, that is Mrs. Mukhula, Mr. Kininda, Muhane, Mabhena, as well as the unknown gentleman.
What then happened?
Mabehla behambe ke ngomgwaqo balapha engihlala khona ngoba lapha simkhona akhona idonjapa nje strata sokuqala kwesesibili bayafika khona.
They then walked, my lord, towards where I was residing, because it wasn't far from where we were parked. We just jumped one street
ngoba
to
mina
get there.
lapha engangimkhona ngangimnawo amaphoyisa asephukeni awayanga le wona ngangishiyeke nalo escort.
Because where I was left with the Phuken police station. They did not go there with them.
Bahamba ngabona bejika ngathi bajikela ngasejalidini angaziki ukuthi ejalidini kwabe kwenziwani.
They walked, they then turned towards the premises. I don't know as to what it is that they went to do there.
And when you say premises, what are you referring to?
Uma uthi ke ejalidini ukhuluma ngani?
Lapha engihlala khona ngangireta khona.
Where I was residing, my lord.
What then transpired?
Kwase kwenzekani?
Ngoba ngihlele emotweni ngithi ngiyababuka kunogesi la wamapholi kuyakhanya vele lapha ngiyababona ngoba behamba mebejika futhi ngiyababona angibazi ukuthi bafike benzani ngale.
From where I was seated, my lord, I could see, because there was a pole, so I could see as they were walking and even when they turned. But as to what it is that they did when they got inside, I don't know.
What then happened, sir?
Ukuthi ke Nkosi enkantolo bangela benzana mina ngangishiyeke emotweni angibazi.
As to what it is that they did when they got inside, I don't know, because I was in the vehicle.
Ngaphinde ke ngababona ke sebebuya sebeza ke mina.
I then saw them coming back towards me.
What then happened, sir?
Mayefika ke kimi ke ubaba lo umhane uphethe okuplastic okuncane nje so ngesandla.
When they got to me, Mukhane was in possession of a small plastic.
Mayefika ke mathi ndoda ngithola nazo inhlamvu endlini yakhe akaze ngiyibone ngamehlo ngoba zathi plastic mayethi ngithola nazo inhlamvu endlini yakhe azange ngiyibone ngamehlo.
When he got to me, he said, I'm getting these ammunition from your house, and he was sort of shaking them. I couldn't see them a lot because they were in the plastic, and then said, I found these ammunition from your house.
What was your reaction or what was your response to that incident, Mukhane showing you a plastic bag saying, we found ammunition from your residence? What was your response?
Ngathi mina akayikhiphe ngiyibona akaze ngiyibone namanje.
I asked him to take them out for me to see them, because even up to now I've never seen them.
Ngoyazi endlini yami Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi mina akunani kusande ukhiye ushiya kimi lapha ephokoteni.
And my lord, knowing very well that there was nothing in my house, and he left the key with me in my pocket.
And endlini Nkosi enkantolo lapha ngihlala khona kukhiwa igrill ibhaxa kunomnyango. Mina ngangiphethe ukhiye wegrill kuphela webhaxa. Umnyango ngangenawo.
And my lord, where I was staying, or where I'm staying, there was a burglar gate or a burglar bar, as well as a door. So I only had the key to the burglar gate, but not that of the door. As to the fact that he found ammunition in my house, I still want to know up to today as to where he got them from.
Now, you testified that on the 16th of June 2020, when you were arrested, Mukhane and Mabhena came to you. You were with your partner. On the 19th, where was she? On the 19th of June 2020, where was she?
Ushilo ukuthi ngazo i16 ke nkathi uboshwa ke wawukanye ke naye ke usesilona uthi ke uthandana naye ke ngazo i19 waye kuphi?
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo ngoba ngingenanga ejalidini.
I don't know, my Lord, because I did not go into the premises.
Now, evidence led in this court is that from Phokeng you were transported to your place, you were taken out of the car, and the police officers that were there, Mokola, Mohane, Mabena, they went together with you into the house. A search was conducted.
Ngobufakazi ophambi kwalenkantolo amakiwa ke eFukeng ke ukuthi ke kwahanjwa nawe umangena khona lapho phakathi ke egcekeni ke kwangenwa nawe kwase kuseshwa.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo kulona iqiniso.
No, my Lord, that's not true.
And at some stage during the conduct of that search, the said ammunition was found in your premises, in your presence.
Baqhubeka ke ngobufakazi babo bathi nkathi ke belapho besesha ukhona wena base bethola zona lezo inhlamvu lezo.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo kulona iqiniso lelo. Ngangingekho na ejalidini. Babe ngishiya emotweni. Ngizophuma kanjani ejalidini emkotweni futhi ngigcwele igazi ngoba abantu lapha bahlale bephithizele lokushina benhlala khona.
No, my Lord, I was never on the premises. I was left in the vehicle. And how would I have gotten out of the vehicle when I was feeling a cold and also bleeding? Because there are always people there. The place is always busy.
And further evidence was led in this court that upon finding that ammunition, you were asked whether you possessed the license to possess same, and your answer was no. Then you were then arrested for possession of the said ammunition.
Qhubeka ke ubufakazi buthi ke bathi mase bethola ke noma kutholakala inhlamvu lezo wabuzwa ukuthi unayo yini ilicense ekuvumelayo ukuthi ube nazo lezo inhlamvu lezo waphendula ke wena wathi cha uma uthi cha ke ila uboshwe khona.
Nkosi enkantolo namanje ngiyaphinda ngithi enhlamvu akaze bangikhombisele futhi awukho umbuzo ngathi umuntu mezofika ke mathi ndoda ngithola nakho endlini yakho ngithi vula ngibona ngangibonisi namanje Nkosi enkantolo rasinde ngayicela ngathi ngicela inhlamvu ukuzibona akaze bayilethe inhlamvu enkantolo.
My Lord, I was never shown those ammunition. I requested to be shown those ammunition, and I also requested to be brought to court, and it has never been done.
Now, after that was done, and just for clarification purposes, it's neither here nor there, Gininda stated that he never entered your yard when the search was conducted because he was outside making calls, but it's neither here nor there. Let's move on. After the said ammunition was allegedly found, where were you taken?
Sayitholakele ke inhlamvu lezo naya kuphi?
Sabuyela khona Nkosi enkantolo police station.
We went back to the police station.
Ase Rustenburg ePhukeng.
Rustenburg in Phokeng.
What happened at Phokeng police station?
Kwenzekani lapho?
Bafika bangena ngaphakathi mina ngangisele emotweni.
They went inside. I remained in the vehicle.
Ngisele noMabhena bona bangena ngaphakathi.
Together with Mabhena. I remained with Mabhena. They went in.
Now, evidence led in this court is that at Phokeng you were then placed in the cells. After that is, you were booked in the cells. At some stage later, you were booked out, and then you were taken to. We'll come to that destination. What is your comment?
Bathi base befaka ke emaselini ke lapho ePhokeng. Ila bathatha babhuka khona ke kumaseli asePhokeng.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo iphutha amasela asePhokeng angikwazi nokuthi kanjani.
No, my Lord, that's a mistake. I don't even know how Phokeng cells look like.
Ngangihlele emotweni mina akaze ngingena ngisho ngaphakathi epolice station ngoba leto kusitupa weza nawo ke imoto ngesitupe ayongitshela ukuthi uyangicharge ngichargele inhlamvu zesibhangu ngithi lokho ngithi ziphi ezohlaba ngichargela zona waye ungangibonisi kanti.
I was in the vehicle, my Lord. I was left in the vehicle. I never went inside because as he informed me about the ammunition, I even asked him to show me the ammunition because I never saw the ammunition.
Then from there, from Phokeng SAPS, were you taken somewhere else?
Masensuka ke manje police station yasePhokeng khona la abakhambisa khona.
Mabaqeda izinto zabo bebezenza saphuma sahamba kana angiyazi police station lena angalala kuyo khona.
When they were done with what they were doing, we then left. I don't know the police station where I slept.
Now, evidence led regarding to that is that you were taken from Phokeng, then you were booked at Primrose SAPS.
Bathi ke kubufakazi babo ke bona uma bebusuka lapho ke basake ku-police station yase-Primrose.
Angeke ngiphikisane nami Nkosi enkantolo ngoba igoli into engingayazi kahle kahle.
I wouldn't dispute if that's what they say, my lord, because I am not that familiar with Gauteng or Johannesburg.
Now, Mohammed testified that on the 21st of June 2020 he charged you, and then on the 22nd of June 2020 you were then taken to Tlhabane Court for your first appearance on the Phokeng possession of ammunition charge.
Ubufakazi bakhe ke uMkhane uthe ngazo i21 kuJune ila asekuthwesa khona ke icala noma amacala ke mayelana nazo ke inhlamvu lezi kwase kuthi nge22 kuyena ke uJune ila oyobingelela khona ke imantshi kwinkantolo yaseTlhabane.
Nkosi enkantolo yebo ngayibona sengise Rustenburg ngoba imoto mayihamba la ngangazi ukuthi ihamba ngayibona sengise Rustenburg kodwa enkantolo lapho esafesa phaka khona imoto okokuqala kwakuvale ngedanger tape lapho abantu begcwele ngaphandle.
Yes, my lord, we ended up in Rustenburg. When we left here, I didn't know where we were going, but we ended up in Rustenburg. And when we arrived there, my lord, at the court, there was that tape. In other words, they had cordoned off, and there were a lot of people that were there. The place was cordoned off.
My lord, I see it's almost 3:27. I want to broach a new aspect beginning tomorrow. Okay. Is this an opportune time?
Okay, fine. Yeah, we are down till tomorrow 10.